Shalom. This is the brother Yeshaya from the Great Millstone Charlotte Camp. And before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in truth, righteousness, and sincerity. To you I say Shalom. I don't have a title for this lesson yet, but I got two articles I want to go into and bring some precepts out, just for edification, and just to show that all of these things is spoken of in the scriptures. The times that we're approaching, man, is near. The time of Jacob's trouble is near. I mean, the times that we're approaching are evil times, right? And we're seeing it plain as day. Us here at Great Millstone, man, we're watching, man. We're constantly watching. We're seeing a prophecy play out, man. All right. So let's go ahead and jump right in. This is from the RT News website. It says WHO chief predicts, pretty much World Health Organization chief predicts end of C19 demic. And it says the C19 demic will no longer be considered a global health emergency by the end of this year. World Health Organization Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said on Tuesday. So pretty much they're saying that, hey, this demic is pretty much over with. It's under wraps. That by the end of this year, things is going to be okay. Things is going to go back to normal, right? So it says, speaking at the University of Michigan, where he was awarded the Thomas Francis Jr. Medal for his contribution to healthcare. Now we know these motherfuckers ain't shit, man. The scripture says these motherfuckers are physicians of no value. And they really are, because this whole demic thing, they've been pushing that that venom that a lot of Americans been taking, and then the damn the boost packs that they've been pushing on y'all. And hey, we're seeing what's been going on with that, man. People spinning, dropping dead, and that's throughout the world. A good documentary to watch. You can watch it on Rumble. It's called "Died Suddenly." Right, and brother's been sharing that video, a while back. I believe roughly about a year back. This documentary was released, and brothers was on it. But hey, that right there shows you of what's going on with these whole people dying suddenly. Pretty much everything correlates to the juice pack, that venom that they made y'all take. Right? Let me get a preset real quick. Bear with me. Because they're saying that this is the end, that the whole demic will be over soon. There's 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety," isn't that what they're saying? The demic is over. We don't gotta worry about that. By the end of this year, we won't need to worry about the C19 no more. Even though it was pushed so hard and heavily as being a very dangerous disease or a virus, right? But it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them." And this ain't the only thing that's gonna take place. This whole C19. Now there's more things to come. more things worse. This was just a trial run. And we all know, the elites have their minions like, Bill Gates of hell, Jeff Bezos, what's his name, Elon Musk, and all these other, technocrats and doctors, physicians. They're all under the umbrella of the elite. They all work for the elite. So they're going to forward their agenda. Their whole medical field and everything they're all correlated in one. But it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Right? Because they're telling y'all, hey, it's good now, it's going to be okay. By the end of this year, we're going to have everything under control. But hey, there's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. They're giving y'all false hope because they're giving y'all this false sense of security, thinking that things is going to go back to normal, not knowing that things is going to get worse. There's a video going around of over there in China, how you have a brother's been posting it. You can see it right now. You can look it up. But people in China are adopting these 15-minute cities where you have to enter these how do you say it? It looks almost like the movie damn, what movie was it? In Time. Right, when you had to scan something, scan your hand, scan your forehead, or what's it called? What's that movie? Minority Report, right? But in this video, that I'm talking about, you have this Mobite record these 15-minute cities over there in China. And they have this little like kind of like a gate, like you're entering into like a subway station where you have to pay and then walk through. But on this one, you pretty much, it's like a biometric scanner. It's a face recognition system where you scan your face and then the gates open and you're able to walk through it. But that's coming to America, man. This is China is like the it's like the testing grounds for what they want the whole world to be and look like, right? So that's why they're constantly putting fear into people's hearts. Constantly throwing propaganda out there, ultimately so that people will voluntarily accept these ideals or ideas. I mean, you already see the morality of people is completely destroyed. All they need to do is make people believe that they need to, or at least force people to completely depend upon the system, upon Esau, which you already got that, man. I mean, it's going to be very simple for Esau to do that, at least to these Babylonians, man. They're really weak-minded, weak-natured. So for the majority of these Babylonians, they're going to accept it, right? But let me continue on. 1 Thessalonians 5:3, it says, for when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Again, we know what's coming upon America, upon the world. Read Matthew 24, Matthew chapter 24, 2nd Ezra chapter 15. We see in how all these farms and livestock places are getting burned down or having cyber attacks, pretty much inhibiting them from growing plants or being able to sell off their product. So that's just a steps to a famine, because we know famine is coming here, man, and it's coming soon. Plagues, and I'm gonna get into that in this next next article that I'm gonna pull up. You know, you already see diverse disasters going around, man. Earthquakes in diverse places. You know, we just had one, in Turkey and Syria, wiped out by 50,000. You know, we're seeing the process of getting the prophets off the street, a war against truth. All these things just showing you signs that, hey, this is the end. It's evident, it's clear, but it's only clear to those who have the eyesight to see, right? But again, you know, going back to the article, they're over here saying that, hey, the pandemic is over or almost over. So with that mindset, they're pretty much already giving you the idea that, hey, things are gonna go back to normal. You're gonna be able to walk around freely. You don't gotta wear a mask. Because to be honest, you know, people are stupid, man. They're not gonna accept that things is over with unless they're told this is over with by the uh, uh, governing bodies, which is Esau. If Esau don't tell them, they're gonna still think they're gonna still be wearing their masks. They're gonna still be out here all bugged out. They're gonna continue to get their boosters, their booster packs. These people are stupid, man. These motherfuckers can't think for themselves. And you got all these Christians and Catholics who supposedly have faith in the Lord. You know, but we know that they don't know what they're talking about. But apparently they have faith in the Lord, but yet they went down to go get the juice pack. Ultimately showing you that they don't got it, man. They don't got the truth. They don't got the faith. But imagine when things get worse, right? Them being told everything is good, everything is okay, but then things get worse. Things get worse, like we read in 1 Thessalonians 5:3. When that sudden destruction comes, because everybody's too caught up with things going back to normal, with the false hope that their lives are going to be able to continue back as it was, right? But let me continue on reading into this. It says the WHO chief noted that the weekly number of reported deaths is now lower than when the organization first used the word demic to describe the C-19 outbreaks 3 years ago on March 11, 2020. Now we all know that those deaths were grossly exaggerated, man. Right? They were calling they were pretty much saying deaths. Well, at least videos that came out, they were saying that those deaths that happened, they would count car crashes, they would count just people just dying from old age, natural causes. Like they will count those as being, C-19 deaths. But what happened to the flu? What happened to the common cold those past 3 years? Well, apparently it didn't exist. I mean, come on, people are stupid, man. People don't think. Shows you, man. These motherfuckers are dead out here, man. Mentally. These motherfuckers don't know how to use their heads for nothing more than the damn hat rack. You know, I heard the apostle say that, Apostle Tahar say that. But that's true. Motherfuckers got these college degrees, got all these diplomas and shit, but they be the most dumbest motherfuckers ever, man. The most dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen. Especially these women. They're told something and they go ahead and just do it. But continuing on, it says, Tedros stressed that while the demic may end this year, it is important to remember that nearly 7 million lives lost to the V and learned lessons from the outbreak. It says, if we do not, we will repeat the cycle of panic and neglect that has been the hallmark of the global response to epidemics and demics for decades. So let me see. It says the health official outlined 3 main takeaways from the C-19 demic. The first was the importance of public health. It says Tedros called on all countries at all income levels to invest in a robust primary healthcare system capable of detecting outbreaks at the earliest possible stages. Right, because ultimately this is what they want. This is, like I said, this is all a play on getting the whole world under order, under their order, right? That NWO, that Novus Ordo Seclorum, right? That reads on your dollar bill, that New World Order. All right. So it says, what was okay, it says capable of detecting outbreaks at the earliest. Let me read this one more time because there's a point I want to make. It says the health official outlined 3 main takeaways from the C-19 demic. The first was the importance of public health. Tedros called on all countries at all income levels to invest in a robust primary healthcare system capable, capable, um, capable of detecting outbreaks at the earliest possible stages. And we already know what that's talking about. You know, that's talking about that whole the charagma, right? Getting that implantable device so they can read your blood. I mean, brothers can just look up videos on that, man, and they'll tell you the benefits, so-called quote unquote benefits of getting the charagma, getting the mark, right? Talking about how it can, read your, you'll be able to, um, pretty much pay. You can pay. You can do all kinds of certain things. Be able to scan your hand into your car, to your house and whatnot. But also be able to read your blood, right, and detect certain levels of toxins or of what's it called? Your blood pressure, cholesterol levels, all this and that, right? And all this through, the the C-hip, the charagma, right? The MOTB. But it says, continuing on. Oh, hold on. Let me get this real quick because it just came to my mind. But this goes to show you that, hey, over here at Great Millstone, man, we ain't ignorant to Satan's devices, right? It's in 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? We ain't ignorant to what Esau's got planned, man. We know his what he's gonna do. The Most High gave us a playbook of what he was gonna do. So it's obvious to us. It's obvious that he's just setting things up, man. He's setting things up for his grand plan, for his master plan, or for his evil plan, right? But it says the second lesson, according to the health chief, was the importance of science and the dangers of politicizing issues like masks, vaccines, and lockdowns, which ultimately impeded the response to the epidemic and cost lives. So now they're over here trying to say that uh, they gotta start not just asking people or putting this out in the news, but just start coming out and forcing it upon people. That's pretty much what they're saying. As a matter of fact, let me get this. Revelation 13 and verse 11, it says, "And I beheld another beast come up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb." That's pretty much going into their Democratic and Republic parties, right? Them two horns. And it says, "Spake as a lamb," right? Speaking all sweet and soft. But soon, what does it say? "And he spake as a dragon." Yeah, because soon enough, he's going to show his horns, man. Soon enough, Esau's going to show his horns. He's going to roll out that martial law. He's going to force his will upon the people. And that's pretty much what it's saying here. Let me read it again. The second lesson, according to the health chief, was the importance of science. And that's part of their them speaking as a dragon, man. Their wine, right? It says, as he transgresses by wine. Let me get that. Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, right? Because wine doesn't just got to do with religion. It's got to do with their healthcare system, with their science, right? All that, man. Because that's what he's going to use. And I'm going to go back to Habakkuk, but that's what he's going to use to forward his agenda, to hypnotize the people, right? Get people in order, so to speak. But it says, the second lesson, according to the health chief, was the importance of science and the dangers of politicizing issues like masks, vaccines, lockdowns. So they don't want to politicize this no more. They're going to just roll it out, and people are just going to have to get in line, right? Which it says, which ultimately impeded the response to the epidemic and cost lives. So this is the reason. This is their ration. This is them trying to justify, or at least the reason why they're gonna justify them just forcing their will upon the people. They're gonna come out saying things like, "Well, if we don't, well, we're doing this so that we can save people, save lives." That's gonna be that's gonna be their justification, their reasoning behind what they're gonna do. But it says he also pointed out that the question of how the demic started remains unanswered due to the lack of cooperation from China, which he said has refused to be transparent in sharing data and conduct the necessary investigations and share the results. It says, finally, the Director General said the third lesson was the importance of cooperation. Tedros stated that one of the defining characteristics of the C-19 demic was the lack of cooperation and coordination on the part of the international community due to narrow nationalism, right? Because ultimately, what they want to do is get everybody, you know, pretty much under one flag, you know. But it says, to that end, the WHO has proposed a so-called Demic Accord. This is an agreement between nations to work in cooperation with each other to prepare for and respond to future epidemics and demics. See, that's just them, man. That's them setting up that new world order, man. Getting everybody under one banner. All right. Now let's go back to that Habakkuk 2, and I'm gonna finish it out. In verse 5, it says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man. It says, neither keepeth at home, right? This man doesn't stay at home. He's always nosing into everybody's business. And every time he goes into everybody's business, it's all to benefit himself, to expand himself for his own growth. He goes and destroys a nation to the point where they depend on him, and then he feeds off of that. But it says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. Hey, this man like, is constantly trying to take everything, man. Enough is never enough for this man. Oh, I was going to say it right here. I'm jumping the gun. It says, and is as death and cannot be satisfied. This man can't be satisfied with what he's got. This man has got the whole world in his hands. And that still ain't enough. He wants to have complete godlike power on this earth. Full control. To the point he wants to put that thing inside you so he can monitor you, shut you on and off from the grid. He wants to control your thoughts. And if you're going against the status quo, you're going to get cut off. But it says, but gathereth unto him all nations, and isn't that what he's doing with that NWO? They have a motto, what's it called? E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. Going back to that whole thing in the Tower of Babel, trying to get everybody, under one banner. But we know that the Most High ain't with that. Right? And it says, and heapeth unto him all people. Right? That's pretty much what he's doing. Let me get this. Let's go to Micah 2, verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Yeah, because that's what this motherfucker's doing, man. The Most High ain't with the plans that Esau's got, man. The Most High's against it. So it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. It says, when the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand, right? The Most High gave this man the power that he has. That's why he's able to go around the world doing whatever he feels like it. Doing whatever he feels like. Again, they come up with ideas, right? They come up with ideas, and then they go out and practice it. They got the money. They got the power. So they're able to do these things. And let me see, what was I gonna get? Let me read this one more time. Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Exactly. It's the power of their hand, man. They got the whole world in their hands. They're able to do whatever they want. They had plans. They had planned this for a long time, man. And now they brought it to fruition. That's the reason why they have those Davos meetings, right? The World Economic Forum meetings, the Bilderberg group meetings. All this is them devising iniquity, man. All those secret councils is them working evil upon their beds. And when the right time presents itself, boom, they go and do it. They practice it. Now let's go and get this last article. I got this from the Times of India. But it says, world needs early warning system for virus. Bill Gates. And it says, billionaire philanthropist Bill Gates, on his first tour of India since the pandemic, does not mince his words when he talks about lessons from the tragedy wrought by the C-19. Bill Gates, co-chair and trustee of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, is in India to get a sense of the country's recovery after the C-19 pandemic. Apart from faster diagnostics, the vaccine production and and vaccine production, he says there is a need to develop early warning systems on an ongoing basis to detect new viruses. The world has much to do on practice and surveillance. Sadly, the demic could be far more fatal. This one killed over 20 million, mostly older people. You can have a demic that would kill hundreds of millions, Gates said. On a positive note, he said medical infrastructure created in the last few years with help of philanthropists will help value in the event of a crisis and make the planet somewhat better prepared. Again, and this is the system that he's talking about right here. Where was it at? It says, I'm gonna read it again. It says, apart from faster diagnostics and vaccine production, he says there is a need to develop early warning systems. The early warning systems, again, as I may mention in the previous article, is that CHIP, right? That Charagma, the MOTB. They're trying to, they're giving you hints that this is what it's all leading to. All roads lead to the Charagma, man. All right. They want to get everybody on board with this. But it says on an ongoing basis to detect new viruses. It says the world has much to do on practice and surveillance. See? They're trying to get everybody under their scope. Everybody under surveillance. They don't want people to be free no more. Have free will and be able to do what they want. All under the radar. No, they want to be able to see and monitor everything that you're doing. Like, again, going back to this man, he wants to have that godlike power, man. He wants to be the Most High. He has a God complex. But it says in an interview to TOI's Surojit Gupta and Sinal Nair, it says Gates spoke on a range of issues from public health to AI. He said India's G20 presidency is an opportunity to showcase the success of its digital public goods so that other countries can adopt them. It says the Gates Foundation has been working here in India to support the government's uh, accelerate its agenda, particularly in health. See, and this man he runs Microsoft, or he's the owner or the founder of Microsoft. What the hell does he got to do with healthcare? This man's not a doctor. So he's not even an engineer or whatever, a technician. But it says, and we have seen incredible progress. I was going through the measles data, the reduction in under 5 mortality, reduction of maternal mortality. Let me see. I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He just starts going into some other bullshit. Yeah. But there was this one thing I read on here. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Pretty much India is developing this new type of software. This new type of software for biometric scanning. I forgot the name of it. I thought it was on here, but I guess not. But it's a new biometrics type of scanning that they're going to try to implement. But again, going back to that whole thing, that whole video in China, when you had, like I said, that Mobite having to go through these portals or gates, and then he had to scan his face. That's how it is now. They got the infrastructure set up. They're gonna set up the infrastructure first. Have people get used to the idea of scanning something, scanning their hands, scanning their face, right? Like you got that Amazon, Amazon One, where you're able to scan your hand You got them stores, Amazon Go, where you able they have cameras where you just scan your phone, you scan your or you scan your palm, you know, with the Amazon One. You enter to the store and you can just grab whatever you want, and automatically once you walk out, you automatically get charged. That's what they're setting up, man. And when you watch that video of that Mobite, he had to do the same thing. You know, he scans his face. You know, he scans his face because of the, what's it called? The facial recognition software. It scans his face, and he's able to open a refrigerator and grab whatever, you know, grab what he wants. And then he grabbed a drink, and you know, it automatically charged him. Same thing with the bathroom. If you go to the bathroom, you gotta scan your face to get some fucking toilet paper. This is what it's leading to, man. That's pretty much it. That's all I had. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. You know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. You know, I'm gonna close it out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Until the next time, I'm gonna say Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, and the Bible Ball.